Hi guys, Shuki Diskin here, 10 Ways Engineering, exhibiting at ISE 2025, showcasing our ClimateSync. Our ClimateSync operating together with a CoolMaster and IOC app, controlling air conditioning, controlling underfloor heating, interlocking them together, allowing for wall controllers as well to be installed, allowing for home automation, graphic user interfaces to be controlling the system, where you have loads of air conditioning and automation brands that synchronize with the ClimateSync and the CoolMaster, allowing full control and interlock of air conditioning and underfloor heating. Let's have a look at the system right over here. So here we have a setup of a ClimateSync with a CoolMaster. We also have a control force system right over here and a rhythm controller. Looking at the system over here, we can switch, for example, all the units on or off from the CoolMaster or from any of the controllers. We will now showcase different units. So we'll show zone number 1, where we have wet underfloor heating. And wet underfloor heating will also trigger the boiler and the pump. Zone number 2 will be electric underfloor heating, and therefore it will be temperature dependent, but will not trigger the boiler or the pump. Zone number 3 will be a radiator, where the radiator will also trigger the boiler, but will not trigger the pump. Zone number 4 will be a fan-only zone, where if we try to change the zone to heat, for example, it will change, the ClimateSync will change it back to fan if it's locked on fan, and that will activate the toilet fan. The ClimateSync has 8 room temperature sensors and 8 floor temperature sensor connections, so we can have room temperature control and floor temperature limit. Power supply to the ClimateSync is 110 to 240 volts, so you can use it worldwide. We have 8 zones, boiler pump activation, and we have 3 Modbus connections. The 3 Modbus connections, line 1 will communicate with the air conditioning to interlock the air conditioning and to feed the room temperature read by the ClimateSync into the air conditioning, so the air conditioning continues following its own logic by operating together with the ClimateSync and interlocking with the heating. Line number 2 can allow us to connect Modbus controllers. We have a range of Modbus controllers that connect directly to line 2 and allow you to control the unit if you want to have a Modbus controller in the room or somewhere hidden away. And on line 3, we can daisy chain up to 16 ClimateSyncs back to a CoolMaster and control the ClimateSync from home automation or from the IOC app. Each relay on the wiring center has a voltage-free, normally open, normally closed connection. Many configurations can be done from the dip switches for the zones or for the entire board, and rotary switches as well. The rotary switches will allow you to set the address of the board on the board or to set the floor limit required for the entire board. However, if you need individual floor limit as well as many other settings, hundreds of them, we can do those settings from the board itself. The resistance of each sensor is 10K, NTC 10K by default. However, you can set it up for any other resistance such as 20K, 50K, 100K, etc. You can also set the beta coefficient of the sensor and therefore have precise temperature control for the temperature range you require. Thank you for watching.